Hey, this is Taylor with Symmetry. We help busy people take back control of their lives so they have more time, more energy, and less stress. Today we're going to be talking about dissolving stress in the moment. Giving you a couple of techniques you can use when that stressful event happens, maybe some anxiety, overwhelm build, and a technique that you can use before even getting into those situations. First off, why do we use the breath? You see, the breath is the only system in our body that is automatic, yet it is under our control. It's the first thing we do, and it's the last thing we do. And it's a tool that we can use to change our mental and physical state. You see, the breath and our brain and our nervous system are intimately connected. What happens when we get stressed out? Our body goes through a host of physiological responses. Our heart rate speeds up. Our breathing rate speeds up. Maybe you get a little sweaty in the palm of your hands. Blood tends to rush out from your core into your arms and legs, typically motivating for action, because what happened in the past when we were getting into this stress state, that sympathetic side of the nervous system is what I like to call it, fight or flight. It's because maybe we were running from a lion and we were about to be food, so we had to be moving. It's also cutting off things such as your digestive function, because if you're about to be dead, you don't need to be digesting your food. Now, historically, evolutionarily, we triggered that acute stress response in those times of fight, flight, of running from lions or something like that. Nowadays, it's typically triggered from an emotional response, such as a presentation, a meeting, maybe a fight with your partner, or emails from your boss, or just all the information we have coming our way that can all trigger you into that fight or flight. See, on the opposite side of the nervous system, we have the parasympathetic, the more rest, relaxation, digestive state, which we would like to be a little bit more tuned up. And we can use our breath to help us get there. So we're going to go through a few techniques to help you do that in the moment. First off, you got to think about your exhale as being more parasympathetic. It is more calming. So we like to extend the exhale. We like to use pursed lips, humming, hissing, long, slow exhales. It can all be very calming. When we're breathing, we want to make sure we're breathing in through the nose. If you're huffing and puffing, you're causing a little hyperventilative state, and therefore we want to get control of the breath. So this first technique is going to be about getting control of the breath and then slowing it down, because when our breath is slow and controlled, our nervous system is slow and controlled, and our mind can calm down. So we call this 2, 4, 6. And it's very easy. It's something you can do at any point. First thing to remember about this is if you are staring at a screen, I want you just to kind of look up, gaze away. Our eyes are also intimately connected with our nervous system. And if we're in a focused, locked-in state, that jacks up the sympathetic side. So we like to go with a panoramic view. Preferably, you could look outside. So you take your gaze away, and then you take a double inhale, exhale. We call this a physiological sigh. It is a natural progression, something our body naturally does throughout the day. So we take 2 breaths like that. It looks like this. In through the nose, out of the mouth. 2 quick breaths in through the nose, out of the mouth. That's allowing us to gain control of our breath, especially if we're going into a little hyperventilation or if we're holding our breath tensely. So we get control and we focus on slowing it down. So you take 4 breaths where you go slowly in the nose, slower out of the mouth. Slowly in, slower out. And all the while, if you notice as I'm breathing down into my belly and ribs, letting my belly and ribs expand. Think about breathing lower as you're doing that. Slowly in through the nose, expanding the belly and ribs, slower out of the mouth. Then you go for 6 breaths where you're just trying to double your exhale to your inhale. So we're going in for 3, 2, 1, pausing, and then you're going out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pausing. In the nose for 3, 2, 1, pause. Slowly out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. So you just take 6 breaths like that. So remember that 2, 4, 6 method. You get stressed in the moment. We're getting control of the breath with those double inhale, exhales. Then we're just focusing on slowing the breath down, slowly in the nose, slower out of the mouth. The more you practice this outside of a stressful situation, the easier it is going to be to gain control in that stressful situation. Now, another technique I like that you can use before you get into any of those stressful situations, we call it the golden breath. If you've ever done box breathing, which is a very popular technique in this day and age, where you breathe in for, say, a count of 4, you hold for 4, out for 4, and hold for 4. We're using the same thing, we're just playing with those sides of the breath. So we're gonna breathe in for a count of 5. We're gonna hold for a count of 5. We're gonna breathe slowly out of the mouth for a count of 8. And we're gonna hold at the bottom for a count of 3. So we're just extending the exhale, which is much more parasympathetic and help calming you down. So we're just gonna do 2 rounds together. So just sit up straight. We're gonna go in the nose, out of the mouth. Remember that. So just exhale and breathe in the nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go out of the mouth for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold for 3, 2, 1. In for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly out of the mouth for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold for 3, 2, 1. And just resume when we're breathing. So now remember, we come back to the breath because it is intimately connected to our nervous system. We can use it to change our mental and physical state. You can use to dissolve stress in the moment, getting control of your breath, and then slowing it down, slowing those exhales down. Use that golden breath to help you before a presentation or a meeting. And just as you're going through your day, really focus on breathing through your nose, which is going to help keep you in that more parasympathetic state. There's a whole lot more benefits to nose breathing we're not going to get in today. But if you'd like, you can check them out on our website, learn more at www.symmetry.live. You also want to think about breathing lower into the belly and ribs and just breathing slower as your day goes on. And watch as you get stressed out what happens to your breath, what happens to your body, where do you feel it? And then come back to the breath, take control, and slow it down. Thank you for joining, watching this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. You can email me. My email is taylor@symmetry.live, or check out our website. And thank you very much. Have a great day.